Okay, it says we're live.
It does say we're live. Let's see. We have one person joining already. Is that us?
So this is...
We're live. We're live.
Okay, so this is right there. That's fine.
We're live.
Okay, so this is right there. That's fine.
We're live.
Okay,
Hey! All right. I'll turn that off so we don't get that.
Hi, Julie.
Hey there, Julie.
Thanks for joining. All right.
Hope everybody's having a great Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
We're kind of having a relaxing one.
Mellow Sunday, not too much happening today.
Well, not really.
Hey, Philly Mouse. Oh, Julie says, I'm so glad to be catching you. I'm guessing you, because I always feel bad because we do this without any notice for the most part, and then we always get the messages of people who missed us live. So I'm glad you're here. Hey, Jacqueline. Okay, so we're already starting to get some questions. Let's just give it a few minutes.
Yeah.
I think, we usually have so many technical difficulties. It usually takes us
It's very
10 minutes
shocking.
to get off out.
Everything's actually good.
Everyone's like, oh, wait a few minutes.
We'll figure it out in a bit. I also wonder if this is a good time for everybody because it's 3:00 for us.
I know it's because we're in Arizona. If you didn't know, so we do tend to get a lot of messages because I know it's 6 p.m. on the East Coast. It's like, oh darn it, I just started my nighttime ritual with my kids, so I can't check it out. So I feel bad, but
they are.
This is the time that works best.
They're on the channel later on, so you can always go back and revisit it. But
Caleb is here. He's upstairs. He's got his Switch, and I think he's watching Spidey and His Amazing Friends right now.
Oh, cool. And someone asked how we're dealing with the heat in Arizona. We are hydrating. So so I made us some watermelon margaritas. Too. So very tasty.
Yeah. We got some messages on the last live. I should look it up. I don't remember when it was, but our last live, I think I was drinking a martini, and it started having the effects
of a martini
pretty early on. Well, not early on, but we got comments like, "Oh, I like an hour in. Mike is so much more fun."
A martini for a live, yeah. See, that's what would happen if we did a live later on our time.
Yeah, for sure. That's when we used to do those
the champagne Q&As.
Yeah, on Instagram. We used to do Instagram stories. I was too nervous to do this.
Well, yeah. Well, we typically did it when we were on vacation as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, we can't. There's this setup here, and it's a lot. And we actually just got a new camera, and the new camera doesn't work with our old setup. So thankfully there was only a little bit of hesitation to get everything set up.
Right. What was I going to say? There was something else. I forget what it was.
Martini hour in.
But yeah, so going back to the asking how we were doing with heat wave, we had no air conditioning for a few days here in the house.
Yeah, so we have
so that was pretty terrible.
So we have a 2-story house. You can see the stairs up there. Our unit upstairs busted the day before we went to our Orlando trip for a month.
Yeah.
So thankfully it was okay. We survived that one night, not a big issue.
Yeah.
And they came back and fixed that unit while we were gone. This past week, our downstairs unit went on the fritz. So, and I don't know why, but Mike's like, it's a little warm. I'm like, I'm fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I noticed it right away.
And normally I'm the one that runs hot, but it's just not again. Every summer it's with this.
Oh, every summer it happens.
We do now. We've been putting off getting new units because they're so expensive, but this has been 7 years in a row that I think we've had AC go out. I think we have vlogs where we had no air upstairs, and the construction was happening downstairs as well.
Did we have no air also? I must have blocked that out.
That's when we were having the floors redone.
Right, I remember that.
I still remember because it was the Luca movie that we're watching up there, and we had to get away from the heat, so we did the Odyssey Aquarium with Caleb.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Oh, wow. We got a good amount of people here. And so the questions are coming in hot. So let's go back and see what is going on. Oh, Kimberly says, OMG, the Ken shirt is awesome. I should have worn mine. Steve wore his Ken shirt because we went and saw Barbie movie again today.
Yeah. So this time we took Caleb, Mike, and we saw it beforehand and want to make sure it was good.
Yeah.
And, frankly, any of the jokes would have went over his head.
Right.
And they're not really that explicit of jokes. I think it was all pretty tame.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
He left the movie saying, I really like that movie.
Yeah.
I also love like in the middle of the movie, he's like, go Barbie.
Yeah. What was it? When did he say
like
that?
Barbie Land or something like that. He's like,
hear the people behind.
It's a complete like silent theater, and Caleb's like, he's all there. He's amped up for Barbie. So
yeah. I mean, it could be any movie really, as long as he gets root beer and red vines.
Yeah,
he's all for it. Let's go to the movies.
Yeah. So after the movie, all day long, we've been hearing, "Hi Barbie, hi Barbie, hi Barbie, hi Barbie, hi Barbie." This was a struggle though to find a shirt because I am master procrastinator. So like Mike's like, you got to get a shirt for the movie. I'm like, I don't know where to do with that. So we like went everywhere look for something.
I mean, they're all over the place on Amazon. It's just we waited the last minute,
the last possible day. But I got this. Was it called Box Lunch? Is that the place?
Yeah,
yeah. They have a ton of cool Disney stuff there as well.
All right, Melissa. So glad to be sharing my night with you. Cocktail in hand. Awesome.
What are you drinking, Melissa? For anybody that missed it, we are enjoying watermelon margaritas.
When I first sipped it, I thought you made it spicy, but it's not. Right?
I did not.
Okay.
Because I had the spicy margarita yesterday, and then we had that like Jurassic World live show, and I immediately got heartburn. So I was like, I told Mike I have to get some ice cream.
Which Caleb loved. He was all about it.
We all know how my heartburn requires some sort of milkshake or something.
It was funny too. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, yes, I posted it on there. But yesterday we went and saw Jurassic World live tour, which is like this stadium tour that goes around.
It was pretty fun.
It is. It's like a 90-minute show. There is an intermission, so you have little kids, and they bring out these giant dinosaurs, like similar to like the animatronics in like the dinosaur ride at Jurassic World.
Oh, bigger than that.
Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, bigger than that. Though.
Yeah. So it was a huge thing. Of course, it's a big spectacle. They got flamethrowers and fire and poppers and sparklers and all that kind of stuff. So a few times Caleb got a little scared because they blow something up and it scared him.
Well, he's not a big fan of loud noises. So I took him to Monster Truck. What's it called? Monster Truck Live? Or it
was like a Hot Wheels Monster Truck show.
And he was not about the noise. We had to get the earmuffs right away.
Yeah.
We did bring just in case, but he was fine.
Yeah, but it was a really fun show. But it was funny because we went to lunch right before that, and so of course we get there, and they have like the concession stand. Caleb's like, I want some snacks. I want some treats. We're like, I think what was it? A snow cone or something? It was the Jurassic World official snow cone. It was $25.
I bought a water.
So I was like, I think we're good, bud. I think we're good.
I bought a water. It was $7.50 for a can of water, and it was a can of water.
It was Dasani too. But and then he got heartburn, so he had to go get some Haagen-Dazs. So Caleb was like, "Wow, Dad gets a treat."
Yeah, well, of course he ate like 3/4 of it. I just needed a couple of bites just to calm it down, calm the heat down.
All right. So Janina, hello from Virginia Beach.
Hello, hello.
Good evening from Rhode Island. Hi, Diana. All right. Oh, a lot of people are asking about the heat. Yeah, it's hot.
It's very hot. By comparison, it is. It's actually not that bad today. It's 110 degrees today. We've been dealing with like 117. Oh, and we go down to 104 on Monday. So.
Oh wow.
Cool wave.
Yeah. So Caleb's back in school, and when I go pick him up, I get out of my car, and it's around like 3:00. I can literally feel the heat coming off the asphalt on my legs.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in an oven.
Like you're from all directions. You're just compressed with heat.
Mm-hmm.
But we've done this our whole life. We know how to do this. So we're good.
Kenneth, OMG, you're amazing. Thank you. Love your videos. Do you have a favorite Disney hotel for someone that hasn't been to Disney World in a while? So one thing that I think is interesting is, like, as we all know, Disney is changing everything with their hotel rooms. And in my opinion, I really like that kid, Braden, on Mickey Views, because I think he's very articulate, and he says kind of the same things.
He's not a kid, but
Oh, he's pretty young.
Okay.
But he kind of harps on Disney for their hotel rooms because they're looking very cookie cutter and they're all looking exactly the same. And I feel the same way.
Okay, so I understand that. I get that. What I'm really disappointed about is how they are retheming for very specific movies. Like, for example, the contemporary is just The Incredibles.
Polynesian
is Moana. So I don't like the over rotation of just trying to do a theme per hotel, like a movie theme per hotel. I liked how it was kind of generalized beforehand. Like the Grand Floridian's beautiful. I think the Riviera is still pretty general, and that's what I love about it. It's not very specific. It's French Riviera, we know that, but you don't have it's not Ratatouille, it's not anything like that. So I do like that.
Yeah.
So I think for me, a hotel, I don't want to necessarily go there and say I want to stay in the incredible suite. I want to go to a hotel that has convenience. It's on the monorail track, if that's what I want to do. But I also want something that's a little bit classic and a little bit, brings back memories, and nostalgia if you haven't been in a long time.
Yeah.
So for me on the monorail loop right now, it's really just the Grand Floridian. Now, I haven't said that. I haven't seen the renovated rooms.
Okay. Well, okay. The deluxe resorts are very nice, but like what I was kind of saying is that all the rooms that they're renovating right now, they all look the same.
Yeah.
So it almost doesn't matter where you stay, aside from like location. Because we were just watching Kyle Palo the other night. Actually, I think I was. You were out. But him and his sister checked into All Star, and they kind of make a comment. They're like, well, looks like every other Disney resort. Like when they walked into the actual room.
Oh,
like,
I know what you're talking about. So like Coronado Springs, they have like that tall bed. Everybody can throw everything underneath.
Every hotel, every resort has the same bed. It's the same exact layout. Layout's fine, but like it's almost getting down to like all the furniture is exactly the same.
Yeah, but what I do appreciate with the renovations though is that they are displacing a lot of the shower curtain bathtub shower combos with an actual shower. And we all know I love a standing glass shower.
Yeah.
All right. So we got on a tangent on that one.
Yeah, we did. And then we didn't even tell them what's our favorite Disney World hotel for someone who hasn't been there for a while. Well, Steve kind of mentioned Riviera. I loved Riviera. I thought that was really great. And it's considered a moderate, but it kind of feels like
it's definitely a deluxe.
So I like that a lot. Plus they have really good restaurants there. They've got Topolino's Terrace. Everybody raves about Bar Riva. We didn't go.
That's the one outside by the pool, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why we didn't go, because we were like, oh, it's outside.
So we also, admittedly, we've only stayed the opening weekend.
Yeah.
So we haven't done it since then. So like we also know that there's like this like pop-up lounge, like just beyond the cafe at night where you can get cocktails in there as well. Yeah. So it's been a bit. So we should definitely go back. But we love Topolino's, obviously.
Yeah. It's so good.
But it's all about convenience for me. So yes, you can get a nice hotel in all the transportation rings. So that one ends up being really good because you have the excuse me. Don't embarrass me. What's the connected transportation thing that we don't like? The
Skyliner?
The Skyliner.
He never knows what's anything. What
I know
called.
Because I don't like the Skyliner because it doesn't have any air conditioning in it. But anyhow, so that's connected to the Skyliner. So you have Hollywood Studios, you have Epcot. That's convenient. Then you have the Magic Kingdom monorail track that goes to Epcot and Magic Kingdom. And then outside of that, it's going to be just bus transportation. So let's lock this down. Grand Floridian, Riviera, and I love the Destino Tower at Coronado Springs.
I think those are all great choices.
Wow, Kenneth got like a whole 10 minutes on that one.
Hello from Canada. Hi, Tanya. Hi from Texas. Monica, how you doing? Let's see. Going to LA soon for the first... Going to LA... Oh, sorry, I'm not saying this loud enough. Going to LA soon for the first time. Do you have any favorites, go-tos when you visit? So in LA. We love Los Angeles, Hollywood...
So admittedly, we don't go to downtown LA. We are typically in the Beverly Hills, West Hollywood, Sunset Boulevard area. So you start because you have a long list because he has requirements when he visits. Yes, you do. It's like your birthday place. You love to go there. So
we tend to stay at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel because that's an old classic Hollywood hotel.
Yeah.
And they usually have very good rates. I really like the Sunset Tower Hotel as well, but they're quite expensive.
Yeah, so. Chateau Marmont and Sunset Tower are gorgeous, but they're definitely at like that $700 minimum per night rate, and that's for their basic room. So, but if that's what you're going to do, if you're just going to stay in your hotel and just do like pool day, it might be worth it. But Roosevelt, I think, has a little bit more to offer.
Yeah,
for us, for our family. But that was where we stay. Was it food or is it
any favorites, go-tos when you visit? I really like this brunch place. I've mentioned it before, and I always mispronounce it.
Cicciones.
Cicciones, is that how you say it? Okay.
But it's not specific in LA. I'm not to interrupt you, but it's it's everywhere.
Right, but it's a place like if you wanted to like celebrity watch, that's where all the celebrities go.
It's in Beverly Hills. So Mike claims it's a place to celebrity watch. He took me back for brunch, and it was
because I went there on my own. And there was so much good people watching there, and it was packed. It was a Sunday brunch. I was like, I cannot wait to bring Steve to this. So I brought him, and it was like dead as a doornail. Like,
it was on a Saturday, of course. Yeah. Like we sent Mike out there just for a day. He wanted to have like a Hollywood day. So Caleb and I just hung out here. He went off and did that and had a great time.
Yeah.
But yeah, like core memory, like he loved that place. He brought it back, and I'm like, it's fun.
I was like, trust me, it's been better. It's been better. Did you do anything local in Orlando when you were there in June besides Disney? Anything local? Like, not really. We kind of thought we were going to, but
this is the first time we've ever done the water park. So we did Typhoon Lagoon. So that was the first time that we considered local, but it's not local. Like I don't know. We stayed in Reunion, so we dined at a few of those places. So we had brunch at I don't remember what it's called. Forget what it's called. It's anyhow, it's at the country club there. So we had brunch there. It was pretty decent. Nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
But no, we didn't venture out that much.
Right. We stayed in the Disney bubble. Let's see. Hello, hoping for a grapefruit cake recipe video soon. We should do that.
Yeah,
that would be
that's
fun.
One of your favorites.
Grapefruit cake is amazing. I've made it a few times. It's really good.
And remember the first time we gotta put it in a bag and we gotta flip it around in circles, just like you did with Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah. Oh, here's one for you. Recommended findable rye whiskey.
And you're in Tennessee, it looks like. Maybe TC, Tennessee. Sazerac seems to be pretty available now. It used to be pretty hard to find, but Sazerac rye is a good staple rye that I like to go with. Outside of that, I'm a big fan of Smoke Wagon and Jefferson's.
Oh, I hate bumped out this.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to find. Oh, here we go. Mike, try to whisper Disney plans into the ear of Steve for Flower and Garden Festival 2025 so we can finally meet you all. I know it's far away.
So if we're being honest, I'm the one that typically pushes the Disney trips.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I'm always like, we got so much to do. And Caleb's in school.
And Mike's a bit of a homebody, so I kind of have to proactively just say, we're doing it now. And I'm like, okay.
Okay, I thought I saw a question early on, and here it is. Living with Lemons said, "Hey guys, do you plan on going to Food and Wine?" So I'm sure nothing right now. My nose is itching. Sorry.
Well, we have a trip planned in November for sure.
Yeah, I think that's our first trip that we have actually planned. Right? Is November?
Planned, yes. But I'm sure something's going to come up between now and then. But yeah, definitely November. We're going to go out with some friends. So. Admittedly, Food and Wine, we do enjoy popping in and trying a few bites, but it's never we don't have a committed day towards it. The last time we had a committed day towards it, you got heat stroke, so probably not good for us.
We don't have good memories of that. Okay.
We always mean to do Epcot at night, but again, it's kind of hard with Caleb and his schedule. Yeah. So that's when we hear it's supposed to be perfect. The weather's great, it's reasonable, and then. But it gets busy at night, and Caleb obviously likes to go to bed at 7 o'clock, 7:30.
Okay. So we've gotten a few things on here saying you're from Texas, and it's really hot there too. Yeah. So someone was asking. So it's 110 in Florida.
It's the Southwest that is totally getting affected by this. So it is 110 here and feels like 110. So we only have 18% humidity here. Now we are starting to get in our monsoon season. So the humidity likely should start pretty soon, but we haven't had a huge storm yet.
Yeah.
And typically by now, we would have had,
this is our monsoon season,
a full month. Yeah. Tomorrow's the last day of July. So we would have already, I remember they started on 4th of July last year.
Monica asks, did you see the Haunted Mansion movie? Did you like it? We haven't seen it yet. So I want to see it though. I keep seeing the trailers and it looks good.
So the trick is we always want to go to those movies to make sure it's safe for Caleb first.
Yeah.
Before we go, which means that obviously we need to secure a babysitter. We got to do all that stuff. So we tend to kind of drag on those things until shame on us. We haven't seen Elementals yet. Yeah. And we definitely need to. So we should just take him that next weekend for sure.
Mm-hmm. Right. Oh, Melissa says she's drinking a great Riesling.
Oh, awesome. Very nice. That'd be very refreshing right now.
Hi, guys. Will you be able to go to Jollywood Nights? It sounds right up your alley. Yes, it does. As of right now, we have, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We have a reservation for Jollywood Nights.
Yeah. The reservation is for the weekend after we were planning to be there in November.
Right.
So
I knew there was something like something weird about
so
it.
it might be like what we just did with the Wave Hotel, where we come back from a vacation to go right back there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it sounds cool. I'm excited about like the Hollywood, the Brown Derby bar at night.
Yes.
And then there's something in the Tower of Terror.
And I think if I remember this correctly, and if I read it correctly, I think there's going to be like a speakeasy style bar in Tower of Terror.
Which is awesome.
That sounds amazing.
That's
but that sounds also like that's where everyone's going to want to go. I feel like it's going to be hard to get in there. But we will try. Oh, Chris, hello from Queen Creek. You're just down the street.
I went to high school in Queen Creek.
Okay, Tanya says, when you order a less than stellar drink, do you still drink it or do you abandon it? It depends on how bad it is. I sent one drink back at Topolino's Terrace. I had ordered a martini, and I like my martinis just very crisp, very cold, dry. And they gave me a dirty martini, and so it was just like straight up olive juice.
It was like
choked,
fluorescent yellow.
It's like, oh my God, I can't drink it. I can't.
Yeah, so I actually gave up a drink on Thursday. We went with some friends to a tiki bar, and I did the thing where I just said, hey, bring me your favorite drink. So it's on me that I didn't like it, right? But I gave it to a friend, so the friend ended up enjoying it. So, but typically, like, I want to make sure that I didn't mess up ordering it first. And if I didn't mess up ordering it, then yeah, I'll send it back.
Have you seen Oppenheimer? If so, how was it? We haven't seen it yet.
We haven't seen it.
I hear it's really good.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
We just need to find those extra 3 hours in our life.
And we need a babysitter. Oh, Emily, we are visiting AZ for the first time next October. Do you have recommendations for a family-friendly, good restaurant in the Scottsdale area? Also, an upscale date night spot.
Yes and yes.
Yes. So in Scottsdale, a good restaurant in the Scottsdale area, and it has to be family-friendly. So if you want to go casual, we really recommend Hula's Modern Tiki. That's in Old Town Scottsdale.
So that could be a good lunch, honestly.
Yeah.
So I would
or dinner.
Yeah, but yes, it's not like that's not going to be your family night out, right? But it'll be no. It's good food, it's a great time, but it's not going to be like a nice family-friendly good restaurant, which is what they mentioned. So this is going to be
okay. I thought she meant good, like good food, because they have very good food there.
Okay. So outside of that, I don't know.
There's a lot of good places.
There's so many. I mean, as a family, you can pretty much take them anywhere. It depends on the age of your kids. Like we go to a fancy restaurant called Mastro's, and they kind of have those everywhere as well. But Caleb is perfectly good there, and we typically like sit in the lounge there. So I think it's all about the dynamic of your family. If you want to have something a little bit more casual, then maybe Francine, we like that place.
Yeah. It's at the Scottsdale Fashion Mall.
Yeah, we like Roaring Fork. That's tasty. Hula's, of course.
Yep. And then for a date night spot, that's what I would recommend. What Steve mentioned was Mastro's. It's a Mastro's City Hall Steakhouse. Pricey, but very, very good food.
Maple and Ash is so good.
Oh, yeah, Maple and Ash.
Cafe Monarch. So
Cafe Monarch is very fancy. You'll want to dress up.
Yeah, so Cafe Monarch is one of the local high-rated non-chain recommendations. So definitely recommend that. And if you're looking for something that is kind of unique as well, but not as bougie, we like a place called Sel, S-E-L, and it's French.
You vlogged that one.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Right. Hi from Vermont. Can't believe you guys are in school already. Yeah, so Caleb started on the 19th. We essentially have year-round school.
We have
here.
A modified year-round.
Yeah.
So what happens is he gets 2 weeks off in spring, 2 weeks off in Christmas or winter, and 2 weeks off in spring. So we have that, and he gets done at the Friday before Memorial Day. So we have a pretty, abbreviated summer, but it makes sense because our summers are pretty hot.
Yeah. So, and that was actually one of the things I wanted to talk about too. So I'm going to go off on a tangent now. When we got back so as you know, we went to Orlando for 3 weeks. We were back for like 6 days, and then we went back out for Lake Nona.
Yeah.
And when we got back from that trip, Caleb only had 1 more week until school started. So we kind of went MIA for a little bit. We hadn't been posting too many videos because I was kind of in that like mode. I wanted to give Caleb like that final last week of summer.
Yeah.
We did swim parties, we had pizza parties and all that kind of stuff. We went to the kids' movies, all that kind of stuff. And then we immediately had to switch gears to be like, I wanted him to have like that perfect like first week of school, like, you know, everything was great. So
which he is doing phenomenal in school.
He is. Yeah. I'm very proud of him.
He's loving it, and the teacher is so awesome. And we get really, I love the updates we get from them. Like they're basically just saying like Caleb is thriving right now. I'm like, that's what you want as a parent.
For sure. So, but we've been doing that. And then, so I've been kind of slow with pushing the videos out. I know we've done a couple Lake Nona videos. We've got one more, but we kind of wanted to jump in here and do this live. And that's kind of like why we're doing it. We wanted to give you like updates, catch you guys up, see how everyone's been doing before we start pushing out our videos again. Okay.
Yeah, because when we were in Orlando, you were doing like a couple of videos.
I know, right?
Yeah. They love the Swan and Dolphin.
Braden is 22 or 23. That's young.
Yeah, no, he's young, but like, you don't need to call him a whippersnapper or anything.
What was I saying? Oh, I was telling Steve, I feel like such an old person because we were listening to a song and it's a song I like and I've been playing it a lot, but it's got a bad word in it. And Caleb he wasn't really paying attention, but
now
I was kind of like, do they really need to say that?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, God, I'm turning into my mom.
I know, but that's not horrible.
I know, but I'm just like, why do they need to talk like that in a song?
Just download the non-explicit version.
I don't know if it exists, but we'll see. Okay. Oh, Julie, love Animal Kingdom Lodge at Christmas time. Nothing like it. Yeah, all the resorts are gorgeous at Christmas time, but I don't know if we've been to Animal Kingdom during the holidays.
Not during the holidays.
Oh, there we go again. Jumping up.
All right, let's focus on the comments. We're getting kind of behind.
I know. Okay, we did that one. Yeah. Scottsdale area.
All right, there's Braden's 22. Okay. Hold on, go up. What kind of restaurant would like to see come to Disney next? Right here. Mango martini. Cool.
Oh, okay.
What kind of restaurant? I like the experiential restaurants. I think those are awesome. Like we love sci-fi, drive-in because it is just an experience.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that works very well in the theme parks. So I'd like to see a little bit more of that because like now Caleb's like, I want to go to that place because it has that like, formative memory that he has from that place. You can't like replicate that here or anywhere else. So I'd like to see a little bit more of that. And of course, we would love more fine dining in the actual parks, but it's kind of awkward. Like you can't get really dressed up for it too much. Yeah. So like by fine dining, I mean like be our guest, kind of stuff like that. Like a little bit more of the leap between the moderate restaurants to the deluxe restaurants.
Yeah, that would be nice.
More brown derbies.
Okay. I'm a little quiet right now because my stomach's not feeling very
Hello from Winnipeg. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
He's like, who cares? I was telling Steve, I was like, gosh, I haven't eaten anything all day except for that junk at the movie theater, and I think it's catching up with me. Okay, so what were you saying?
Someone is coming in from Winnipeg. Hey, from Boston. I love visiting Boston. Used to have a team that I managed up there, so a lot of fun time. Do you need to give him that?
No, he's good.
Okay, cool.
EJ, love your video from the Wave Hotel. Thank you. Do they have any Orlando park related perks like free transportation to Disney? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
And like that's what we're going to talk about in the upcoming video. We loved it. It was very nice, very beautiful hotel, but it is like 30 minutes away from Disney World. So just know that.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that we're very transparent. Like we definitely didn't sell out because they hosted us. No, I'm serious. Like it was very like complimentary, like our vlogs, because of what it was. And our point of view is Lake Nona Wave Hotel is a perfect hotel for locals for like a staycation. And if you're coming in late from the airport, that's great, but it's not a location to go to Disney World.
Right.
So it just happens to be a really nice hotel in the Orlando area.
Yeah. They had really good restaurants too.
Yeah. So just know that.
Mm-hmm. I'm staying at Coronado for 2 weeks next month. Can't wait.
Oh, awesome.
That's awesome. I love Coronado Springs. We really enjoyed that hotel.
I enjoyed the mobile ordering at Three Bridges. So take advantage of that for sure.
Monica, you guys look great and rested. Thank you.
Interesting.
You should have seen me earlier this week. I guess I'll talk about this too. Sometimes I like to use this as just kind of like, you guys are my therapist.
Venting.
I have to admit also, one of the reasons I haven't been putting out too many videos also is just for reasons of like, taking care of myself mentally. Mental health break is what I needed. So that's what's been going on as well. So, but yeah, if you had seen me what I looked like a few days ago.
You always look fantastic.
No, I don't.
Yes, you
do. Thank you. Yes. But no, I don't.
I just know how to get. I know how to get out of the way of the rage when it happens.
So the other night, I wanted fajitas for dinner, and of course, we had nothing in the house. So I'm like, I got to run out to the store real quick, and it was probably like 6 o'clock, 6:30. I looked awful. I hadn't shaved in like a week. I didn't have my hair. I had probably had greasy hair. I just looked awful. And I just went in my loungy clothes. I couldn't have cared less about how I looked. So I go, and then Steve texts. He's like, hey, get a bottle of, you wanted like good whiskey or something like that?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. So I go and get this giant bottle of whiskey, and I check out, and I've got my driver's license ready. And the guy just kind of looks at me and then just scans it. And I was like, I must look awful right now. I must look like,
oh my gosh, come on, old. Not at all.
I mean, not that I expect everybody to like card me, but sometimes it's nice when they do that. Plus, I thought in this day and age, especially at Target, don't they just have to scan your thing anyway?
At Target,
like
yes.
Their things don't work unless you actually scan it. So it doesn't matter if you look old enough or not.
Yeah. So when I check out at Fry's, they have to enter in a birthday, no matter what.
This guy didn't. He just looked at me and scanned it and put it in a bag.
All right.
Yeah. Have you ever done Discovery Cove? So I don't even know what that is, actually.
So no.
Will you be at Saratoga Springs early November? We don't have anything planned as of right now. When we go in November, we haven't booked a hotel or anything. More than likely, we have. Okay, no, we have.
We're at the Waldorf.
I was going to say, more than likely, we're at the Waldorf.
Because our friends are coming out, and they're going to be staying at the Signia, which is the connecting hotel. Mm-hmm. So we're all kind of just coordinating that trip together. As if I have to justify going to the Waldorf. It'll be done. I think the renovations will be done by then.
I think
in November.
So. Yeah. Here's a fun one. In Progress City, have y'all ever done Chef's Counter at Napa Rose? That used to be something we would do not all the time, but we did it
for special occasions.
I loved it. It's so good. I do have to say, we've never been since it reopened from COVID. Mm-hmm. And I know that Napa Rose has changed a little bit since they've reopened. So I can't say if it's exactly the same experience that we had, but we loved it. Because remember, they used to have a lounge. I don't think they have a lounge anymore at Napa Rose. Right. I think it's all restaurant now.
Interesting. We've experienced both. So there's the dessert counter, mm-hmm. and then there's the actual chef counter. They're both chef counters.
Right.
But, for the show, if you can do the actual counter, that's where the fun is.
There's only 8, maybe 12 seats. So you
definitely
got to get on it
in advance. For sure. So hold on. Day at the Beach. Do I have any Whistle Pig Boss Hog bourbon? I do. I have the Magellan one. I don't have any others. It's just the Magellan that I have at this time. I have tried the Siren. I think it's called a Siren, and that one's very good.
Mm-hmm. Have you? I just lost it. Okay. Favorite club level resort?
So we have not always stayed at the same hotel together because you did the yacht.
I was just going to say, because I have a nice story. I stayed at the yacht club. I went out to Orlando with Caleb when he was really, really little. And our friend Allison, because I was covering it was when we first started the channel. And I wanted to be there for when they opened Grand Destino Tower. And so me and Caleb got a room at Yacht Club. We had club level. And that was just a trip that Caleb was just not I don't know what was going on. I think he was constipated. And so he was just not feeling good. So it wasn't the most fun trip as a parent, but it was hilarious because our friend Allison, she obviously could read the situation. Yeah. And so she would go up to the club where because in the evening you get unlimited wine, champagne, all you want. And I would just be in the room trying to console Caleb. And like, I would get this knock at the door and I would open it, be her. She's like, here you go. And she had some champagne for me. It was like the best trip ever. Yeah. She brought me like gummy bears and stuff.
Yeah, so it's not like we like typically don't go on vacation together. That one, I was in Europe for that one. So that was when I went with our friend to
that's when you were in Paris.
Yeah. So I went for work and then I met her out there, but it just ended up being that time. Mm-hmm. But we like that one. The Destino Tower Club is also
nice. That is a nice club, the Grand Destino Tower.
It's a nice space for the kids to play. So Caleb had like, there's like a checkerboard thing there. He enjoyed that a lot.
Mm-hmm. So for sure. I don't remember the Contemporary Club. I don't remember that one. I remember Grand Floridian.
Yeah. We also did the Polynesian. That one was okay.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it was okay.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy.
I do remember at Grand Floridian, there was the club that was in the main building, but then there were also smaller clubs that you could go to in the other buildings. So I remember getting breakfast in like, I don't know what it was called, Conch Key or something like that building.
Yeah. It's on the way to Narcoossee's.
We got 2 questions almost in a row of Disney cruises planned. Nothing planned, unfortunately. Oh, was this Muppets did Haunted Mansion better than the new movie? So I didn't want to mention it earlier, but we haven't seen it. I do want to see it. I thought the trailer looked we saw the trailer again today when we were watching Barbie movie, and it looks really, really good. But Rotten Tomatoes, I think last time I checked, it was like 40%. And I was like, oof.
It looked good. And then today's trailer, I was a little bit like, oh, now I can see.
See, no, I saw that trailer and I was like, oh, I want to see that. That looks awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh. Before I hadn't been like that.
Do you know what moment in the trailer I was like, oh?
No. Yeah, I do. I just don't want to say it.
What?
I'm guessing it's when Jamie Lee Curtis says it's going to cost you $3.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's when the candle tries to blow itself out because it sees a Hatbox Ghost at the end of the hallway.
Oh, okay. I thought that looked
cute. It looked very cartoonish. Yeah, cute.
That looked cute.
It's Haunted Mansion.
Okay. I love Jamie Lee Curtis, but I thought the bits that they put in that trailer, I was like, ooh, a little cringy. Are you excited for Tiana's new ride? I am, because as we know, it's basically a retheme of Splash Mountain. So I'm sure the ride itself will be the same. You'll have your drop and all that kind of stuff. So I'm very excited to see how they're going to work all of the show elements and the story elements into that existing ride. That'll be really cool. Haunted Mansion is great. Not sure if too scary for Caleb. So when we went out yesterday, we went out with our family to go see the Jurassic World, and we were kind of talking about it because my cousin, she has 2 little boys, and she was kind of on the fence about it because she's like, I just don't want my kids freaking out. Yeah. I like it when my kids sleep at night. Yeah. So
we have like this like perfect grouping of boys in our family right now.
Right. Okay. Oh, we really want to go to Victoria and Albert's. This is from Lisa. We really want to go to Victoria and Albert's. We are grandparents, parents, and 2 and 4-year-olds. Any suggestions, reservations, safe childcare? Okay.
So
you definitely got to get reservations.
Reservations for sure. There used to be, and I don't want to date ourselves, but there used to be childcare at Lilo's Playhouse. That was what it was called, and that was at the Polynesian. That was perfect.
It really was.
They gave us like a pager, so in case anything happened, they were able to get a hold of us. That doesn't exist anymore, so I don't know if there's any Disney.
I don't think there is
provided childcare anywhere. The Waldorf has recently opened up and has provided their Waldy Club or whatever it is for.
I think it's just Kids Club.
Yeah. So you can definitely have that as support for that. I would be. I don't know. I always get apprehensive of hiring a babysitter I don't know in a town that is not my hometown. What we typically do, honestly, is we bring a niece, nephew, cousin. Take them to a trip at Disney World, and their obligation is one night of babysitting.
Yeah, you got to babysit one night for us.
Yeah.
Oh, Heather, just moved here and I've been very careful with the heat, having learned from Mike's experience. So
Smart.
Thank you. Yes, that's why we put the video out. I was like, yikes, the heat in Orlando can sneak up on you. Because one thing I've now remembered from what the doctor told me when I was in the hospital there, she was like, Orlando heat, because of the humidity, it's very different than Phoenix. You don't feel thirsty.
Right.
What's this one? Oh, Herschel. Hi, guys. Say prayers for Herschel. He got, what's it? I'm
Emphysema.
Emphysema. I'm sorry.
Hope you feel better.
Yeah. Oh. Did you go to Undertow? I saw that right before it jumped away.
That's where I went on Thursday.
Yeah.
So we had a babysitter lined up and everything. So we have a friend in town for the weekend for a wedding, and they wanted to go to Undertow, and we got a babysitter all set up, and then the air went out. So Mike didn't want to saddle a babysitter with
I was
no
like,
air
we're really gonna have a
conditioning.
babysitter come over to his house with no air conditioning in July in Phoenix or Arizona.
So Mike stayed back. I offered it to you. You could have definitely gone, but Mike stayed back and he made the fajitas, which that's a story you've already heard.
I went to the grocery store. It looked awful. I was like, I should be at Undertow right now.
But yes, Undertow is a lot of fun. It's very much like Arizona's version of Trader Sam's.
Oh, Julie, have you watched Netflix series The Bear? First of all, not to correct you, I think it's on Hulu. Isn't it on Hulu? I
have no idea.
I think it is. I don't know why I felt the need.
I don't know why you got to do that. It's not me talking. I know that's typically.
So The Bear, yes, we actually watched the first season of it. I loved it. This second season, I'm not loving it. I keep falling asleep in it.
Well, that's your fault.
Is it? I feel like it doesn't have that like.
It doesn't have the intensity of the first one.
Like, the first one is like
a lot of anxiety.
I need a breath after this episode. It's so good. And then this one, I think they're trying to do more like character development and stuff. And I'm just kind of like,
Mike is not a good show person.
I'm not.
I think it's good. I like it a lot. So I'll probably force us to get back into that.
How was the 3 weeks vacation with all the trips and Mike being a homebody? Any thoughts of buying a vacation home near Disney World? So it's so funny that you think I am a homebody for sure, but you should see Caleb.
Oh my.
He never wants to go anywhere.
It's gotten bad. Yeah.
I mean, we offer like, hey bud, let's go to the park. Cause I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, we're cooped up in this house. And I know it's hot, but like, let's go do something. And he's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. But yeah, sure. We would love a vacation house in Orlando.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to post more video from the wave at Lake Nona? I thought I saw Caleb on a climbing wall. Did I miss that? Yes, there's one more video coming. It's going to be the next video. That was like the jam-packed extravaganza day. So everything we posted beforehand was like the hotel, the room, and their signature dining restaurant. The next day they had planned for us. I got a massage. Caleb got a rock wall climbing adventure thing going on. They gave us a cabana at the pool for the day.
Lunch, dinner. Like it was a whole thing. So it's gonna be a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a longer vlog, but I kind of want to showcase all of it. They took very, very good care of us. I know we had like a heightened experience at that hotel, and I want to make sure that was very clear because I know, not everybody's going to have that experience, but from what we saw, everything was really, really great. Yeah. Highly recommend it. Okay.
But yeah, I do agree a longer vlog on this one because I think we just need to bookend it. Like, this is it, right? And then we move back to the regular stuff.
Do you have a favorite place to shop on Disney properly? I miss Mouse Gear at Epcot. Me too. I love Mouse Gear. Favorite place to shop in Disney? I have so many little shops. It's kind of one of those things where each park or resort, there's a shop that I have to go to every time. When I go to Magic Kingdom, you always have to do a pass through Emporium.
To stay in the air conditioning when you need to walk somewhere else. But that on top of that, staying on Magic Kingdom, Memento Mori.
That's what I was just going to say. I have to go to Memento Mori.
Same thing for Disneyland. We always have to go to New Orleans Square first. Like we typically do that before we go to the Emporium.
I was going to say before we need rides.
Yeah.
Or anything. We do
that's our number one stop. So
And I also like, although I was very disappointed in Magic Kingdom, so Disney World. Do they call it Art of Disney? It's the cinema on Main Street.
Okay.
I feel like usually that's kind of where they've got like the retro throwback kind of stuff.
What is it called? I forget what it's called, but yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like the last time we went into it, it was something totally different.
It was very vanilla.
And I was like, oh, what happened?
Yeah, we love going into like the unique art shops, sculptures, and that place kind of took over for a bit. It's like the legacy stuff. Is it called Legacy? I don't know what it's called.
It was it was like all the vintage looking
legacy
stuff, like
treasure stuff,
leather jacket, or what do they call it, like the Letterman jackets and stuff like that. Were in there.
I feel like they kind of moved that focus to the last shop on Hollywood Studios on the Main Street.
Okay,
you know, it's like you have like the pennants.
Yes. I know what you're talking about. So, but there's that one. I don't really think there's a shop I have to go to in Animal Kingdom. Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
Epcot, I love pretty much all the shops in World Showcase. I love going through there. Plus, it's a nice way to get into some air conditioning as you're going along.
But your favorite is probably Japan.
I do, although it's not as good as it used to be. I feel it was really great for a long time
because it
definitely, and then when it reopened from after COVID, they kind of like it's not as extravagant, I guess.
It's not as over the top 80s, 90s memorabilia, which is what we like the Nintendo stuff. Like,
yeah, there was like a lot of Nintendo stuff there for a while, and I loved going in there.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever stayed at Wilderness Lodge at Christmas? No.
But we have stayed there.
We have stayed there. I liked it. Okay, so here's another question about Discover Cove Orlando. I don't know what that is, so we'll have to look into that. Have you ever been to Disneyland Paris? So that's what we were just talking about. I've been once. You've been twice. And how does it compare to with the U.S. parks?
The rides are more intense. Yeah, so they're very much more focused towards a little bit more of an adult rider. That comes from like Space Mountain. I think there's an inversion, like you go upside down in Space Mountain. Everything is the Big Thunder is amazing out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, just expect it to be not easy on your stomach if you get motion sickness. Oh, I have not. So Tracy said PC Dev is working on a bourbon lounge and office.
Oh, really? That's cool.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. Oh, Mag's car. Love you guys. Just saw you are live, but I just finished preparing dinner. Have to go. Love you guys. Oh, she's probably not even seeing this, but if you rewatch it,
enjoy your dinner.
Yes. Hope you're having a great time. Oh, there's Sam. Hi from Sam and Alex. Loved our cameo at Thule Canteen. Any chance you're coming to Philly for the Disney 100 exhibition? No plans for that, unfortunately. And it's so funny you should mention this Thule Canteen video. That was the one video. It fell through the cracks. I totally forgot about it. And then one day I was switching over our hard drives. I was changing everything out, and I was just doing kind of like a double check to make sure everything was off of the old hard drive. And I was like, we forgot a video. I totally forgot to put this video out. So I had to like quickly do that one.
I did have a friend, Sam, that did go to the Philadelphia Disney 100, and he absolutely loved it. So that was Chris Travers and his family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about the new? I see him coming back here.
What's up, bud?
You want to come say hi? Yeah. Here he comes.
I forgot. You got me a snack because I didn't know.
Oh, you need a snack? You want to say hi?
Hi.
Look at your shirt, man.
Oh, it's proper. It's Tron.
Tell everybody what your shirt does.
And you
hold on, buddy.
And you go in the bathroom and then turn off 2 lights. It glows.
It glows.
It glows.
Wow, that's pretty cool, huh?
Glows in the dark.
Well, here, let's lift up so they can see it. Ready?
Tron?
Come on.
Why is it saying Tron?
Because that's the ride that we got the shirt from. Pretty cool, huh?
And why is it copyright free?
Okay.
We don't say that. All right, do you want a snack?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go get your snack.
All right. Hold on, buddy. I gotta read this stuff really quickly here, okay?
What do you want?
How about oatmeal?
No.
Oh. Oatmeal cream pie? All right. Okay, so Jeff Beveridge saying, what do you think about the new Hot Wheels park? So here in Phoenix, they are building out a Mattel park. It looks pretty awesome from what we can see. I think it's actually going to be, AC or weather regulated. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. It is pretty far from us, but like it's not any more difficult than going to Disneyland or Disney World. So I think we're pretty excited about it. Can't wait for that to actually open. We're talking about the Mattel Park in Glendale. Hold on, buddy. Oh, you got an oatmeal cream pie? Awesome. Oatmeal cream pie. All right.
Oh, yeah.
What movie did we see? We saw Barbie this morning with Caleb. Had a great time.
And I got red vines.
And you got red vines, yeah.
And I got those things, and it's one red vine, and that's all. And I thought I have enough sugar.
Enough sugar.
That's enough sugar.
Now he has an oatmeal cream pie.
Oh.
All right, so I left off right there.
Okay. I just want any way to get reservations for 2 at Victoria and Albert's. So you just got to kind of keep checking.
Yeah.
One thing I did notice while we were out there, it kept coming up, but it was like day of or day before.
Yeah.
Something would pop up, and I was like, oh my gosh.
It's kind of hard.
Yeah, it is, because you have to dress up. So if you're going out there, I would imagine most people aren't bringing like a suit and a nice dress for a Victoria and Albert's dinner if it's not on the docket already.
Yeah,
but
and you're required to wear a jacket there.
Yeah,
so.
and they sometimes do open up randomly day of or day before.
Yeah, so that's got to be one of those things that you got to do it right on the day that you're able to make a reservation. You got to plan that. So that's what we have done in the past, and so far we've been pretty successful with it. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I love these ones. Okay, Lori, after watching your videos on the Brown Derby, my husband and I decided to try it on our last trip. We absolutely loved it. Thank you so much. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's one of our favorite places.
I still miss that burger, though. That burger was so good.
Pia, you could have ordered DoorDash. I'm guessing that's because of the fajitas things. So there's actually more to that story too.
What?
Because the reason I was making the fajitas that night is because I wanted to do DoorDash, but the place we get, it's this Mexican food restaurant. It's really good, but it just does not sit well in my stomach. Like I wake up in the middle of the night, my stomach hurts, and I'm like, oh, getting old sucks. So I was like, I'm just gonna go buy some chicken and I'll make healthy fajitas.
And I had that for lunch today.
Yeah, I just had a quick bite before we left, or before we started this.
I love fajitas.
There's no name on this one. It's kind of strange, but it says you made a zucchini puff pastry pizza tonight. That sounds interesting. From Jessica Braun's channel.
I would love that. You would never let me do that.
What are you talking about?
A zucchini crust pizza?
I would love for you to make dinner one night.
No, I know, make dinner, but I'm talking about like you wouldn't do it like a cauliflower crust pizza.
Why not? I would.
Interesting. All right, we're gonna get one tonight.
Yeah, I say that now.
We're gonna get that tonight. I know you. Come on.
Any chance you will do more non-Disney parks and destinations? So I always want to. I am always worried about like no one wants to see this. If it's not Disney, no one cares.
So here's my thought on it. If we're going, we'll film it if we think it's interesting. So like when we go to like Hawaii, that's interesting. So we'll do that kind of stuff. So.
Plus we kind of make those vlogs, like the Hawaii vlogs and stuff. Even like when we went to Hollywood, we kind of make them for us. It's kind of like our photo album. Because then we go back and watch them again. And we're like, oh my gosh, that was
so much fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think during COVID, it kind of like, afforded us to go back and just saying it's not all about the parks. So yeah, we like to bring you along with our daily activities in our life.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Moochie DeCat says Discovery Cove is a downtown Orlando water park with all-inclusive, all-day food and such. Lots of Orlando vloggers add it onto their trips. Okay, so
all right, perfect.
Now we know. Oh, it's SeaWorld's all-inclusive park. Okay, cool. I haven't been to SeaWorld forever. Like, I was a child the last time I was there. Let's see. Okay. Caleb, mid-afternoon nap. It just depends on the day. Some days he will, sometimes he won't.
Yeah. And he typically, so we don't force a nap. It's just simply what he wants to do.
Yeah.
So if he's like, and his phrase is, my eyes are tired. I'm going to go rest my eyes.
So knock on wood, he's going to be 6 next month. Six next month. We have never struggled with him in sleeping.
No.
He has always been like, he comes up and tells us, he's like, I'm tired. Can I go to bed? It's like, okay.
Like at 6:30, let's just stretch just a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes
longer.
it's a little too early. I'm like, hey, let's read a book or something. Let's do this. I don't want you to go to bed too early. But yeah, he's always been a really good sleeper. Okay.
Going to Hawaii on August 20th for 2 weeks, and we'll be at Alani last 4 nights. Awesome. Monkey Pod is one of our Monkey Pod is one of our favorites in the Alani area. That's going to be across the street from the resort. It's not actually in the resort. Then we have what is the main signature restaurant? The signature restaurant there is going to be something you want to do. Yeah, and definitely don't go to Morimoto on that one.
Oh yeah.
At least the one that we went to in Maui. What's a signature restaurant, Alani? There's 2 words.
Oh, it's called Ama Ama.
Ama Ama.
It was very good. All right. Let's see. Have you been to Haleo and Disney Springs? I feel like we talk about Haleo in every live. Because I look at the menu and I'm like, I'm good.
So not yet. I do want to go. I do. So not this past time.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go.
Are you still considering moving to Florida after your longer stay there? I don't know if we'd ever move there.
No, I think it would be a vacation property that we have there.
Yeah. Just jumped up again. Sorry, guys. Okay. There we are. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of funny comments that I don't really, well, who cares? Jean says, I like how you lowered your voice when you said constipated. Because I'm always like worried about like putting something out there. Like I don't like to broadcast whenever Caleb has a meltdown or anything like that. Because I know as he gets older, he's going to be watching this and or maybe he may not care at all. But I just, I don't want to put his stuff out there that maybe he doesn't want it out there.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I always offer when we're out and about. I was like, do you want to be on the video? And sometimes he doesn't want to do it.
Right.
He doesn't want to do it. I'm like, okay, fine. Sounds good. And then at the last minute, he'll want to do it because he loves to do the outro. He loves to do that from our Magic Family viewers. Enjoy.
All right. Jean is, Jennifer, do I have any good vodka drink recipes to share? Yeah. Dr. Funk.
Oh, that's a very good one.
Let me go get that.
And that's from the restaurant we were talking about. If you're looking for a good restaurant here in Arizona, in Scottsdale, it's from Hula's Modern Tiki. So it's a tiki drink, very similar to something you would get at like Trader Sam's. It is so good. And they make it in such a way where if you want, you can add a little more. You can add, I think it's $2 more. You can add a dark rum float to it. But on its own, it's very, very good.
So you'll need coconut rum, vodka, creme de banana, pineapple juice, and orange juice. And message us directly on Instagram and I'll give you the actual measurements.
Tracy asks, how do you know if you're dehydrated?
Well, Mike.
So the way I do it,
So
go to the bathroom.
Well, that
if it's yellow, you need to drink some more water.
Mike doesn't really get flush in his face. He was very flush that day that he got the heat stroke. So his cheeks were bright red, and you weren't sweating,
right?
Which is also a sign of dehydration. Is that so? Anytime he's been hot lately, I'm like, well, you're glistening, so I think we're okay.
So how did I know? So as the person who's experiencing it, and we did the whole vlog on it, but I felt very disoriented and not dizzy, but disoriented. I got really like not angry. Like I got, what do you call that? Like
temperamental.
Yeah, I had like a temper. I was very short.
Yeah.
And I also noticed that my arms started feeling weird. I kept going like this.
Like
it was like
sore day.
Yeah, it was like I couldn't like relax. It was very strange. But it was one of those things just in my head. I knew something's wrong. Something's not right. But anyways, I want to go back to this real quick. How do I know if you're dehydrated? Because my mom had a nurse friend for the longest time, and she just told it like it was. And she was like, if your pee is clear, you got enough liquids in if you got enough water, I guess. I don't know. So if it's yellow, you need to drink some water. Oh, see, Julie laughed. She's like, okay, Mike, yes, it is on Hulu. The Bear. It's on Netflix. Oh, she says, just keep watching, though. It gets better.
Thank you for grin and bearing Mike's comment on that one.
Oh, my gosh.
Are you going to try the dill pickle shake? I saw that food line. You hate pickles.
I do, yes.
I'm sure it's like one of those weird random combos that probably isn't awful, but Mike probably won't try it.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting this question a lot, so I'm just going to answer it again about school in Arizona. Yeah, so where we are, it's essentially year-round school. So it starts mid-July, but then they get a long winter break, a fall break, and a spring break.
Yeah.
So the summers are a little shorter. Do you guys ever go on TikTok? No, not as the Magic Dads.
No. We're observers.
Yeah. Hi from Denver. I don't think I've ever been to Colorado.
I have.
My sister went to college there.
Are you sure you haven't gone there?
I don't think I've ever been there.
What about your road trip with your grandparents?
If we went there, I wouldn't remember.
Okay.
Oh, Allison, what is your honest opinion on the new Tron ride? It's fun, but it's very uncomfortable.
I enjoy it.
Okay, good.
I enjoy it.
I love that for you.
I love everything about it.
I am miserable on it.
My honest opinion is the ride vehicle is immersive, but you don't need to be hunched down so low the whole time. You could just sit up where you're far more comfortable.
Yes and no. You can, when you get strapped in and you're sitting there, you can kind of pull up. But I thought I was like, okay, this is a little bit more comfortable than being like this. But then as soon as the ride starts and takes off, it's like, oh no, I need to do this because it's too hard to stay up like this when the ride is going. The other thing, and I don't remember if I've mentioned this before, but we got in position. They were loading up the ride, and I was like this, and like my neck was just like, oh, this is like, so it hurts to go like this. So you just relax like this. But then they were struggling with someone getting on the ride. So we were stopped there for a long time. Yeah. I was like, get me out of here. This is so uncomfortable.
The only other negative, I think, is that it's short.
Yeah.
So at least the pain is only for...
Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, it'll be over soon.
All right, this must have been when Caleb popped in.
Oh, yeah. Going to Hawaii on August 20th for 2 weeks, and we'll be at Alani for the last 4 nights. Any favorite restaurants in the area? I know not to go to Morimoto Asia. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah. We really liked all the restaurants that were at Alani. And then across the street, like literally it's just across the way, is Monkey Pod Kitchen. That's always great. What's that? Why are you looking at me?
I already answered this one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, how come it was down here?
I don't know. It might have been repost, but yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You're good. Monkey Pod, and that's why I was asking about Ama.
Oh.
But I love that you said the same
was
thing.
Getting him the oatmeal cream
You
pie.
validated everything I said.
God, I keep burping. I'm so sorry, you guys. How do you guys meet, if you don't mind sharing? We met online.
Yeah. It was online before online was online.
Yeah.
It wasn't an app or anything like that. This was back in 2001.
Yeah.
So
long time ago. And so it's a long story, but the video is available. It's our Q&A. There's 2 Q&A videos. It's 2 videos, but it's the same night. We're answering your questions. Because it's funny, we do from time to time get requests to do another one of those, but most of the questions we answered are still relevant. It's like, how did we meet? Where did you first work?
First dates.
What's your adoption story and all that. Yeah. So none of that's going to change. So it's still so go find it on our channel. we had a fun night making that.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. I think we made steaks and we were having martinis and we were feeling good.
Well, that was it Instagram?
No. So that's what we would usually do on Instagram. But that night I was like, let's make a video for YouTube. And that way it can just always be up there.
Okay.
So people who are new to the channel want to know. Oh, this is so funny. Paula, I always announce Magic Dads have a new video to my family when I see new videos. My daughter says she wants to make me a shirt with that in it. Have you thought of putting out any merch? Should I go get it?
What?
We made merch a long time ago, but we were too embarrassed to release it because we were just like, gosh, like
it was
talk about having a big ego.
It was very early on.
Yeah, it was.
I'll go get it.
But they're very nice shirts. But we started vlogging and we were kind of like looking at the channels that we like to follow. And we're like, wow, everybody does this. Everybody does that. We need to do that. And because at that point we didn't have like our own style. We didn't have our own voice. So we were just trying to kind of see what everybody else was doing and just bringing our own ideas to that. And one of the things we noticed was like everybody had merch. And I was like, okay. But Steve found this site online where you could have custom shirts made. And so we had these really nice Nike dry fits because we were super obsessed with Nike dry fits at this time. And so we had our logo embroidered on it. They turned out really, really nice. But then I was just like, Steve sneezing. It was just kind of embarrassing. I was like, are we really going to put merch out? Like, nobody's going to buy this. Who cares? Plus, I was also like, oh my gosh, we have to like build a store and all this kind of stuff. So, but we ordered the shirts and we just never did anything with them. So they do exist. Here they are. So as you can see, it's a Nike dry fit. So nice, right? And then it has the Magic Dad's logo on it. Can you see? It's a little blurry right there. But yeah, that was it.
And then baseball
caps.
Oh,
that's right. I forgot about the hat.
So I don't know if it's not going to focus on it. Anyhow, so the logo, I love that it had this nice like swoosh on the side. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, nice, relaxing, dry fit stuff.
We never did anything with it.
No, not at all.
Although you did wear yours in the park a couple times.
Yeah.
I know there's a couple of videos out there where Steve's wearing it. Okay. Oh, Vicky, 100% agree with the shopping at the Japan Pavilion. It has always been my favorite. It's so different since COVID. Yeah, I agree. I think that store used to be bigger and it used to have more stuff going on there. Oh,
they also moved the Pearl exhibition area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so going back to the zucchini, it's not zucchini crust pizza. It's puff pastry, top of zucchini.
Okay.
That sounds delicious.
Okay. Lily asked, does your company always send you to Hawaii or are there other destinations? Love the vlogs from Hawaii.
So it is a reward trip, so definitely have to earn it. But it's been mostly Hawaii, but they do different islands. So Big Island, Maui. Next year is going to be Oahu. So we'll see if we make it or not.
We don't use a planning service for Disney trips. We just wing it when we go out there. I get online. I know our dates. I get online. I get our dining reservations and all that kind of stuff. You do the plane tickets, hotel, and car.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike, you would love Haleo. Great drinks. I didn't even think about like a cocktail menu there. I always just see the food and I'm always not super interested in it.
You're not a fan of tapas for some reason.
Yeah.
But yet we typically do tapas when we do our version of tapas.
Mm-hmm. Going to Disney in November, taking my 2-year-old grandson. What is the best character breakfast or dinner? I really like Chef Mickey's. I know it's kind of like the one that everybody does, but I really liked it. I've always had really good. Well, I like their breakfast better than their dinner. I was a little disappointed with the dinner, and it's really expensive. So, yeah. What do you think?
I enjoy Topolino's breakfast.
Yeah.
Because you get the Fab 4. You get Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you get Pluto, right? So you have that, and it's elevated dining. I think it's a lot better food than Chef Mickey's.
Yeah, so I would say that's actually a good point because Chef Mickey's is a buffet and Topolino's is you order from a menu.
Yeah, it's 3-course.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but the food was great. I liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it's really you have a 2-year-old, so you can definitely like just take them wherever. They don't have any preferences, but like Caleb loves Stitch, so
yeah,
we always go there if we can.
Do you guys ever go to Palm Springs? My husband are heading there in a week. Bad time of year, I know. Any recommendations?
It's probably cheap.
Yeah, I love Palm Springs. I wish we'd stayed more time there. We did an overnight there because we got stuck in really bad traffic coming home one night from Disneyland, and we got a late start. It was when Caleb was really little. I want to say he was maybe 6 months old when that happened, and I was just like, it was just gridlock.
We weren't doing it, yeah.
So, and I was like, "There's no way we're getting home tonight."
Because I felt like we got so we were probably 3 hours of delayed traffic, which typically should have been 45 minutes, and we're just like, first off, it's wearing on me because I'm the driver.
Yeah,
so like, there's no way. So by the time we actually came up to the overpass for Palm Springs, it was like 8:45.
Yeah.
So like we even had like a late night there. We didn't really enjoy it that much, but what we did see, we enjoyed it.
I was glad we stopped. I was like, let's get out of here. I don't want to be in the car anymore.
But that was at JW Marriott, and then we stayed at a Hilton. I don't remember the name of the other one, but yeah, we like Palm Springs. It's like, I don't want to say it's Junior Phoenix, but it feels a lot like Phoenix, or staying in like Scottsdale for us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Diana, you said agitated, and Philly Mouse says irritated. Those are the words I was looking for. That's what I experienced when my heat stroke hit. All of a sudden, I was super disoriented and irritated. I was just like, what's going on? Okay. Oh, going to Disney World in October. 3 of the remaining 5 nights for dinner. Which of these? Topolino's, Jico, California Grill, or Narcoossee's? Those are all really great.
3 of the remaining 5 nights. So you only get to pick 3.
So we get to pick 3.
Topolino's,
I would say, yeah, for sure.
Jico. And in my opinion, probably Narcoossee's. California Grill is good, but we've had so many hit and misses on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think California Grill and Narcoossee's is kind of interchangeable. That's my opinion. But you go ahead. I need a refresh.
Okay. Yeah, that's a tough one because they're all really great. And really, you only have to eliminate one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I like Narcoossee's. I think it's great. Steve's right. California Grill has been hit or miss for us. But if you plan it right and you get that really great reservation and you can watch the fireworks from your table, that's a huge plus. But then don't forget that if you do go a little bit earlier, they do give you the little receipt. You bring it back. You can go back up there and watch fireworks from the observation deck. So that's a huge thing. I have not been to Jico in a minute. I know that the few times that we've been there, I've really enjoyed it, but I can't speak for what's currently going on. I've been to Topolino's fairly recently, and that is just solid. You're going to get the best Disney. You're going to get the best steak. Yeah, it's very consistent. You're going to get the best steak on Disney property at Topolino's. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you mean. Dad jokes are flying fast and furious here. So that's what I was going to comment on that. I feel like the last 3 videos we put out, something just pops into my head. I don't know what you think, but I think we were doing the Casey's Corner and I was like, this food is a home run. And I was like, oh my God, cringe. Why did I just say that? But we've been doing that a lot. There was something you said recently too. Grin and bear it. Dad jokes. Okay, Team Edward or Team Jacob? Neither of us really got into Twilight, so I can't really say. Or Team Alice. I don't know what that is. Okay. Oh, darn it moved again. What are you making? What are you making? Oh, margarita. Okay. Okay, here we go. Catching up. Sorry, guys. All right. Okay. Will you be at Disneyland Boo Bash opening night? You will be. Who are you? Let's see. James. Probably not because, well, I don't know. I can't say for certain because we do love Boo Bash. That's one of my favorites. I almost like Boo Bash more than Mickey's Not So Scary. But we're definitely going out to studios for Jollywood nights. So we'll see. We're being a little bit more strict with Caleb's school schedule right now. So I do know that the Disney trips are going to be a little less than what they've been in the past. But we'll see. Have you been to DVC at Hilton Head or Vero Beach? No, we haven't. I hear Vero Beach is really nice, and I know a lot of people go there. We've never been, and we're not DVC either, so there's that. We are going to Hollywood Horror Nights in October. Have you ever been? I've never been to Orlando, but I did go to Halloween Horror Nights once years ago in Hollywood when they were doing the Aliens. I think it was Aliens versus Predator, because I'm a huge Alien fan. I love that franchise.
You went with your good friend?
Yeah, I went with my friend Jen, and we went. We're big like Alien people, and we had a blast. It was so much fun. Okay, I know you usually stay at the Waldorf in Orlando, but what was wondering what Disney Deluxe resort is your favorite? I really love the Grand Floridian. I keep doing this stuff on camera. Hold on.
The Grand Floridian's good. I like the Riviera, and Grand Destino is a great moderate resort. I really enjoy it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The next one.
What?
Great seeing this live chat.
Yeah,
I met my husband on AOL. Yes, I'm old. So apparently we're old because we still have Hotmail email addresses. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, we need the merch. I would totally wear your merch. What Disney vloggers do you follow? So we watch, well, we already mentioned we watch Mickey Views. Mm-hmm. That's more of like the news kind of stuff, breaking news and stuff.
We watch the Trackers. We watch Paige and Mr. Morrow. We watch Traveling with Josh and Taylor. Previously, they were the WDW couple.
Mm-hmm. Super enthused.
Super enthused.
I'm totally drawing a blank.
PC Dev every now and again.
Right.
That's pretty much.
I think so.
That's a group we typically watch. Yeah.
Julie, you're right. She said we need a women's version of the merch.
Yes.
True. Oh, here's a good one. Does Caleb talk about getting a pet? Yes, he wants a dog. And I think that may be happening soon.
Yeah, and that's also why we don't have such finite travel right now, because we don't know what we don't know yet. And we also want to make sure we're doing it at the right time. I would like a rescue. I know puppies are great around kids and that formative stuff. So we haven't yet decided yet.
Right.
So we'll figure that out.
Yeah. Here, Gene, you say healthy pee. Healthy pee looks like lemonade. See, I was told that's not the case. I was told it needs to be clear. But I was also told this like 20 years ago.
Huh?
Things have changed.
I like that
they can all hear you sneezing.
I like that they reference Simply Lemonade and Country Time. They heard me sneezing. Well, I always scare Mike when I sneeze. So, couple situation. So, I have been told when we are driving in a car that I am to alert Mike that I'm about to sneeze.
Oh my gosh. When he sneezes in the car, I literally oh my gosh, it's bad.
Yeah. So apparently I've been trained. I have been trained that I always have to go like this.
He goes, no, here, I'll be like this. I'll be like this.
And I'm like,
and then in the back, Caleb's like, Dad, why you gotta be so loud?
We live by a lot of citrus over here, so like our allergies are off the chart sometimes. But I only have one volume with my sneeze, and it's atomic.
Oh, please. I'm gonna put you on the spot here.
What?
He's had a cough the past couple nights. It has been infuriating listening to it.
I have been getting up in the middle of the night and coming downstairs because I've had this cough.
And you had it like yesterday morning too, because I was like trying to work on my computer. I was like doing something.
Like, do you need hot water?
Oh my God. I was like, do you need something? Like, oh my God. It was a total like Schitt's Creek David moment.
Like, God.
But it was like every.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay.
You sneeze like my husband. She's so loud. I was trying to do it in the bedroom, but it was taking too long to come out. But it eventually just came out here and just went,
Yeah, might as well just come out. Do you have any restaurants in Sedona you could recommend? So we love this place called La Berge.
La Berge.
Yeah, they have a fantastic brunch.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's on Saturdays and Sundays. We've always gone on Sundays, but it's outside, but the weather is great in Sedona, so you don't have to worry about that. And it's right on the water. They have like a creek. It's
beautiful. It's absolutely
food's
gorgeous.
great. The vibe is awesome and beautiful.
Yeah.
Make plushy dolls action figures. I bought a lovely goat toy from Weedham and Reap. I can see you two as a plush with a Caleb. That'd be funny.
You know, one of my favorite things that was given to us as a gift, not even a gift, but it was just like a random picture that was sent to us of our family. I absolutely adore it. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Oh, yes. I've been meaning to reach out to this person.
I adore it. I love it.
We need an updated logo. What we would like to use this.
Here we go. This is like, look how freaking cute that is.
It's adorable. Here, you'll see it. But it was a drawing that was sent to us on Instagram. I think the handle was awkward, weird potatoes, something like that.
Awkward puffins.
Adorable.
Yeah. We'll have to do this, but yeah, this is one of my favorite things that was ever sent to us.
Yeah.
So I love it.
We enjoy Jock Lindsay's Do You? That's from Tammy's Time. Yeah, we actually just put out a video of it. That was our very first time checking it out. I loved it. I thought it was great.
It was fun.
I'm a little, you want to move in here a little bit more?
Yeah, I thought you would just wanted.
No.
You wanted the limelight. Yeah, Jock Lindsay is great, but you definitely have to be there like right on time if you want some good seating. So we like showed up like 10 minutes after opening, and we had the last table.
We were the very last one to sit.
The inside, yeah.
Citricos is amazing too. Yes, I always forget about that. Citricos is better than Narcoossee's.
You think you think so?
Oh yeah, for sure. I like Narcoossee's a lot. Citricos is better.
Okay.
Brunch in Orlando, Four Seasons or something else. So the Four Seasons brunch is great. I think it's called Ravello.
Yep.
Food is really great.
You just need to.
It is character on certain days.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's really great. I love Steakhouse 71 lately for brunch. It's fantastic. And they've got the refillable mimosa. So if you're wanting like that bottomless mimosa experience, that's really good. Why did you make that face?
The issue with Steakhouse 71, though, is that we've had hit or miss where they are on it with the mimosas or they're not on it.
I've only had one experience where it was a little slow. Last two times we've been, I've had more than one.
No. The last one. Whoa. The last one we just went to?
Oh, you're right. Okay. Yeah.
It took us 40 minutes to get our first mimosa.
I don't think it was 40 minutes.
I'm exaggerating, but it felt like 40 minutes. But yeah, it's anyhow, Four Seasons, you got to check out. If you're doing it for character, know those days, because we ended up showing up there and it was non-character. We're like, well, we're here. So,
but the food was really good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, see, now they all want the merch. They want the shirt.
We should just do random giveaways.
We should.
Because those are old, like not old, but like they're brand new, the fresh, they're in plastic, all that stuff.
Like they have the tags on them still.
But that was probably like 4 years ago?
Yeah, probably. It was like shortly after we started.
Yeah.
Topolino's has been consistently good for us. That was from Vicky. We agree. I've never had a bad experience from Topolino's. Although it was Topolino's where, if you saw the start of this, I ordered the martini and they gave me a dirty martini and I couldn't drink it. And that was the one time I think on Disney I had to send the drink back.
But they made it right.
Yeah, they did. They fixed it. It was fine. But I was just like, ooh.
It's not like it's food. Like,
although for me, I hate sending things back. So, but I couldn't do it.
I know what typically happens is I would be like, Mike, I'm going to send it back for you. I'm going to send it back for you. I'm going to send it back for you. He's like, no. And and I have the conversation, like, because he's always worried that he's going to upset someone.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Used to Flynn, flooding thunderstorms right now at Disney World. Be glad you aren't here. It is really bad. Yikes.
You know, that's what's crazy about Disney World is it's either like flooding, raining, like torrential downpour, which we got stuck in the last trip that we were in.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike held it over my head because we came out of our lunch and we're like, okay, well, it looks nice outside right now. I wanted to stop into a shop really quickly. So one of my things that I always have to do when I go into any theme park is I want to check to see if they have any new Nike Dry Fit Disney polos.
Like these ones.
Yes. Stop pushing it. Stop it. No. But like that was my thing. That's my uniform, right? For like a long time when I go to Disney World was I get to, find my Nike Dry Fit. I've noticed that they've really been drying up lately. They don't do it as much.
They've been drying up.
Anyhow, so we just left lunch and we walk outside. I'm like, I need to go check out this place. And I'm horrible with the names.
I'm looking at the sky. Caleb and I both are. Caleb's like, it's going to rain soon.
What's the name of the
like,
store, though?
is.
I always forget it. It's one that's in Carthay Circle. It's the Carthay Circle.
Right. I don't remember what it's called.
But that's typically where the Dry Fit was. So I'm like, hey, guys, I just want to stop here just for a little bit. I go over there and like there's no polo. And Mike's like, I knew that we're going to be. And then it just dropped like torrential. Yeah. And it was to the point that like it was horrible. So like
awful.
we moved from Sunset Boulevard, right, to Hollywood Boulevard and got in the store there just to kind of dry out for a bit. Mm-hmm. And then we're like, okay, let's just go next to the next area. So we went to security, and then the security guy, it's so bad, folks. It's really bad. Like we're talking really, like you can barely see, visibility's down. And the security guy is like, you can't stay here. And we're like, there's no one coming in. There's no one leaving. We're not blocking anything. He's like, yeah, you can't stay here. It's a hazard.
He said it could be a fire hazard.
Fire hazard. I'm like, I don't think things are going to catch on fire right now. So anyhow, they kicked us out, and we, the worst thing you have in a Disney
you don't want to take Caleb into the rain.
No,
he is not good in the rain.
Not at all. But the worst thing that ever happened, in our opinion, at Disney trip is if your shoes and socks get wet, and they were just completely soaked, drenched. We looked like we just jumped into a pool. Yeah. So, and then like for what reason, like it was an old person moment. Like I didn't remember where we parked and all. This always happens to us at Hollywood Studios.
It's always Hollywood Studios. Yeah. Yes, that's always where we get poured on.
So anyhow, all that for a Nike Dry Fit polo.
It wasn't there.
If I would have had it, I might have been dry.
I'm so glad you loved Hoop-Dee-Doo. We were so blown away.
It was so fun. Yeah.
Like the show was hilarious,
but the food
was so good.
I would go back just for food if the show wasn't even there. The food was top notch.
Definitely. I definitely want to go back. We're going to be going with some friends. That's the November trip. And we told them, it's a bit of a trek, and they've got like 3 kids. Yeah. So I get it. It's a little bit more involved for them, but I was like, it's worth it.
It definitely is.
Food is so good.
They're going to enjoy that more than like Casey's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what?
Like instead of like doing like some friends that haven't gone to Disney, like they want to just be in the park and just grab food there. I think they're going to enjoy Hoop-Dee-Doo as a family unit because it allows them to kind of cool off, get an air conditioning, get some good food, recharge, and then go back out.
Uh-huh. Have you ever stayed at a Savannah room at Animal Kingdom Lodge with Caleb? Yes. I don't remember if we vlogged anything from that trip. I feel like we do have a room review.
I'm sure we do. Another funny story on that one. We were trying to get a picture of Caleb on the catwalk in the Animal Kingdom.
That was a different trip, but I know what you're saying.
Yes. So there's like this high-rise catwalk in Animal Kingdom Lodge, and we're trying to get a picture of Caleb. And Mike and I are having a heated discussion.
We should tell the story from the very beginning, because this is when we first started. We were staying at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, and we were there for like a good week. And if you know, when you go into the Jumbo House, the lobby, there is that the bridge that is on like the 3rd floor, and it's a huge like photo spot. Everybody wants their picture there. And day one, I was like, I want to get Caleb's picture on that bridge. And of course, flash forward to the day we're checking out, we never did it. And so now you're trying to rush us out of there. We have luggage. This was when Caleb was little. So we had like the stroller, the car seat, all that. And we were struggling. And I was like, we're not leaving until I get this picture of Caleb. And so you were upset. I'm trying to choose my words carefully.
We weren't upset. We were having. You
were upset.
You were
like, we've been here a week.
What were the other words? Agitated.
irritated.
Yes.
But you're like, we've been here a week. Why couldn't you have done this? And I'm like, whatever. Let's just get this picture. So we've got all of our luggage, stroller, car seat, like I mentioned. There's a line to take this picture because everybody wants this picture. And so we were very frustrated with each other. And this is when we like I said, this is when we first started. And I think some choice words were said between you and I. And finally, it was our turn to take a picture.
Yeah.
So Caleb goes out there. And I'm like, just run across the bridge. I'm going to stand behind and take this picture. Get the picture. It's great. Looks great. Let's go. And whatever happened between us after that, I don't know.
We always listen, we never really fight. We just have a few quick little jabs, and then we're like, and then we get over it. So it's very, very quick. We're very transparent. You pissed me off. I'm pissed off. Let's get over it.
I'm pretty sure there were some choice words that were exchanged in this trip.
No, there definitely were.
Yeah, there were.
Because what was funny is that there were people obviously in line to get the picture.
Well, okay. So I post the picture on Instagram, I don't know, 3 weeks, a month later or something. And then someone messages and they're like, I was there when you were taking this picture. I was like, oh, dear Lord. It's like, did you hear our conversation? So we always have this joke now.
Yes.
Whenever we go to Disney, we're like, okay, we're on stage.
You're so ridiculous.
Well, it never fails. People come up to us and we love it. We always get the question, you didn't want to disturb it. Definitely feel free to come up to us. We love meeting you guys.
But Mike is always concerned, if I honk in the car,
he honks at everyone.
It's different. I know I don't have road rage, but I have offensive driving skills.
Okay.
Not defensive. I make sure I tell everybody what they're doing wrong, which is usually communicated with a horn. Yeah. In Disney, Mike has trained me not to respond that way.
I can probably count on one hand how many times I've ever used a car horn.
I know, but you texted me.
I think you've had to get yours replaced.
Yes. You text me though. You're like, I really wanted to honk at this person, but I didn't.
Yes.
Just honk. What's the point? Mike also, when he gets upset with another person on the road, the window is here. So he will do an explicit finger underneath the door. You don't know how angry I am. I'm mad at you. Oh my God.
Anyways. That was quite the drop.
I know. We're on a recharge after that.
Oh. Okay. Theatrical wig. Mike, after trying the octopus, other than the texture and the suckers on it, would you order it again? Okay, so there have been 2 videos now where we've had octopus. At Sear and Sea, probably not.
So I do have to so our friend told us as we're cutting into it, they told us oh, that's overcooked.
Yeah.
You definitely see. Now, I don't want to go ahead, finish. I'm not.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say at Sear and Sea, no. But it was served to us as an amuse-bouche at Pecan, which was at the Lake Nona. It was delicious. It was so good, so tender. You could just take your fork and just go right into it.
And
that's when I really knew. I was like, oh yeah, this was way overcooked then at Sear and Sea.
But I think you enjoy. So he likes calamari.
Mm-hmm.
He enjoyed the octopus at Pecan. There's 2 different things I think that really make you nervous when it comes into seafood.
Yeah.
If it looks like it's supposed to look like in the wild, you don't want to do that. And then also the smell and the toughness. Yeah. So those are the areas that, and most people when they eat seafood, you don't want that stuff, right? So.
Hello from Ireland. First time joining you live. Hey.
Hello.
Bit behind in time. Love your content. Can't wait to tell. I can't tell you how much we want to have cocktails with you guys.
Oh, perfect. Well, cheers to you.
Yes, cheers. I got one more sip left on this one. Julie, I wish they would bring back brunch to California Grill.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Wonderful brunch.
We miss it so much.
That was the best. All right. Sorry, it just jumped up again.
Yes, get a puppy.
Oh, I went too high. Here we go. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay. Christy, you're saying if you're military, shades of green is fantastic. We've never done that. Neither of us are golfers, so
No.
SS, you're considering DVC. Was wondering if we ever considered it. So we're not DVC. I don't think we've ever really considered it either. It's just not for us.
As you know, we typically stay off property
Mm-hmm.
because of my travel credits that I get with like Hilton, Marriott, and all those different travel groups. Hello from Quebec.
I always have to tell them not dirty when I order a martini. Every time I don't, they automatically. That is true. I have noticed that too. I think it's because the general populace likes a dirty martini. They don't want to taste the actual, like, I order gin or the vodka. So yeah, because I always get that. I'm always, can I get a, so they'll come up and I'll say, can I get a Hendrix martini, very dry with blue cheese olives? And they're like, very dry, so no olive juice. I'm like, yep.
So that is so wrong on so many different levels.
What are you talking about?
The way it's like a Starbucks order, right? So
Yeah.
you have to make sure you have the right thing, right? So dry is vermouth. And then you have to designate if it's going to be dirty or not.
What are you talking about? I thought dry, like I said, if I say very dry, that means like very little vermouth, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not talking about olive brine. It's not talking about dirty.
Right.
So
but
it's
sometimes
all
they'll
about-
just make that leap. They'll be like, so
They
you want
will.
no olive juice?
They
I'm
should.
like, correct.
They should, yes. But
Okay.
you have to be explicit
Yeah.
in your order.
Okay.
So yeah.
This is why I ask you to order it for me.
I know. So what I typically do is he wants a Hendrix bone dry martini with blue cheese olives, no vermouth,
Yep.
no olive juice. Because I don't want the opportunity to come out that it's not going to be good.
What luggage brand do we use? Whatever's on sale at Target, honestly. Uh-oh, what's this? Oh, that's you.
That's
Okay.
me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever's on sale at Target. That's what we got. We don't have fancy bags.
I use Away. When it comes in actual luggage, I like Away.
Oh, you have a brand. Okay.
No, you have a brand too.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, all of our luggage is Away, except for Caleb's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you don't like Away because it makes you pack very conservatively.
Yeah. I don't like the hard shell luggages. I have to have some wiggle room.
Yeah, God knows what he's gonna have to come home with. Maybe a statue, or something.
Oh, what's it? Chicken Dragon. We have booked Topolino, California Grill, Hoop-de-Doo, Artist Point, and Brand Derby for our upcoming trip. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I love those places. Literally every one of those are fabulous. Yeah, and I just want to kind of hammer that point because I know we do kind of come across as like, but because we don't eat a lot of like quick service and stuff like that, and a lot of that is seriously just because I get so paranoid if we don't have a reservation because I like to have it planned. Yeah,
I think that's like it goes in your travel anxiety.
Yeah,
you want to make sure that you have that defined. Which
we get those comments like, "Oh, I like how these guys can never eat at a quick service place." It's like
we have to keep in mind this is still a vacation for us. It's not like it's not just down the street. So like it is our vacation. So we want to make sure we're doing our things.
Brown Derby. We can only go there when we're there, so we'll go every time.
It's not like a Thursday night. It's something that we have to plan and travel and do all this stuff. Like we want to do what we want to do.
Yeah. Next time you get mad driving, give the person the thumbs down. They have no idea what to do with that. It's really funny. See, I couldn't even do that. I couldn't do it.
Sometimes I
would be like this.
When people are mad at me, which never happens because I'm a perfect driver, but when people are upset with me, I just typically smile and I go,
oh yeah. That I think is the most annoying thing. Oh my God. I will recline my chair back and be like, get me out of this situation.
Oh my goodness, I love it. I just want they need to acknowledge that
they don't need to
that they're doing something wrong.
Move on,
they're inconveniencing.
And then Caleb's in the back. He's like, "What's going on, Dad?" And I'm like, "Nothing."
I'm
and
just
you'll
saying,
say,
I'm just saying,
"Oh,
hi."
we've got a bad driver next to us."
And then Caleb eventually says, like, "Dad's a good driver. Daddy's a bad driver."
Because I hit the curb at Target that one time.
Road rash on my rims. Gosh.
If someone flips you off, smile and wave. That's exactly that's what he does. The worst, though, and this happens to me all the time because I don't like confrontation, so of course it happens, is when something like that happens, or if I accidentally cut someone off or something, I'll always be at the red light right next to them. And then I just get my Starbucks drink and I just keep my eyes forward and I just look and I can feel the heat coming off them. And I'm like, oh, that's when I wish you were there.
So, okay, let's legit talk about this. So it's not just driving. Mike has zero confrontation abilities at all whatsoever. Mm-hmm. We'll be in Target, and I like, hey, Mike, I'm gonna go get some yogurt. I'll be right back. He's like, can you come back here? This person's not moving.
They won't move.
They won't move. They just like, have you said excuse me? Like, no, I don't want to talk to them. So I get a text. I have to come back there and say, excuse me, I just need to check out this Cinnamon Life box over here. I know you're looking at all the other Post cereals, but this is the one I need. Excuse us.
And I only do that if I'm there for a long time. Like I'll go, like we'll use your Cinnamon Life example. I'll go down the cereal aisle and I'll be like, oh, someone's in front of the box I want. I'll just awkwardly stand here for a little bit and just read the oatmeal.
That's literally all he does. He will never say excuse me or express interest anywhere else in the aisle. He's literally just that weird person.
So if it takes a little, I'll be like, okay, just pick your cereal. Let's go. And finally I'm like, oh God, okay. Steve, where are you?
So I come back in, I'm like, give me my Cinnamon Life.
He does that. And then we leave and I'm like, why'd you have to be so mean?
Not mean. I just simply say, excuse me, I need that. Thank you. And when I tell Mike, what do I always say to you? You have as much right to be there as anybody else. You have as much right. Nobody is more important than you. You are equal to everybody else. You just grab that cereal. It's yours. Own it. You got that.
Anyways.
Oh my gosh.
Will you ever have Patreon? Probably not.
We just don't know what we would do.
Yeah.
We give you all of our content.
Right.
So like I would also like, I'm not slamming anybody that does Patreon. Like, what's the point of holding back? Like, I get it. This is probably their livelihood.
Well, so yeah, if it's their
livelihood
profession, if it's their job, then yeah, I get that.
Yeah, but we don't hold back. So you get everything that we have. So
for sure. Definitely with these lives, I feel like the lives are more like the PG-13.
They're loose
kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, we've been going for an hour and 40 minutes.
Yikes. Love that you are real and relatable. We've all had those moments. Yes, thank you. Oh, what's this? Try Monkey 47 Gin. Better than Hendrix.
We have it.
Oh, we do?
Yep.
Okay, so I like Hendrix because it doesn't like have that like classic gin taste. You know how sometimes people say, what? Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. Sometimes gin, like the first time, especially if you've never had it before, it's kind of like, oh, it tastes like a pine needles or something. I don't get that with Hendrix, so I like it a lot. Plus, the reason I started with Hendrix is because you were trying to replicate the Carthay martinis from Carthay Circle Restaurant. That's the brand that they use in California Adventure, and I just love that martini.
So I'm very careful. I'm not mansplaining or explaining something here. So the pine needle is juniper. So everything is a base. So when it comes in gin, it's vodka, and then you infuse it with other flavors. So juniper is the pine needle, pine sol like flavor you get with that.
Mm-hmm.
There's different things you can do to infuse a flavor for gin. So with Hendrix, it's cucumber, and then one I like, Nolet's, it's botanical. So you're just simply adding additional flavor notes towards it. So when you have that traditional like pine tree taste, it's always going to be juniper.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Beefeater and things like that.
Have you ever considered about going to Disney overseas, or have you just gone anywhere out of the country? So we've been to Europe. We actually, before COVID hit, we were actually looking at going to Tokyo Disney Sea. That's like the place we really want to go, but then everything closed down, and so it pushed that to the back burner.
I also had a cousin that was stationed in Japan, so the whole idea was to go visit her, but she's back now. So
Any plans on doing Super Nintendo Land at Universal Studios Hollywood? I want to go so bad.
So Caleb
would love it.
So Caleb is all about his Nintendo Switch right now. That's going to be the theme of his birthday party.
That's the theme of his. Yeah.
It's cute.
I would show you. I just made up his birthday party invitations. I would show you, except it's got like,
all the details.
Yeah, we need to keep some things private, but it looks like the invitation itself looks like a Nintendo Switch
with the control Joy-Cons on.
It's really cool because he couldn't decide if he wanted Super Mario Brothers or a Legend of Zelda theme. So I was like, let's just do Nintendo.
Yeah,
and it's all on.
He plays both. So,
yeah. What's up? Will you be going to Flying Fish? The potato wrap snapper is delicious. Cheese tray too. We haven't been there in a bit, but yeah, it's very good.
I've tried that, the potato wrap snapper. That's the last time I went to Flying Fish. That's the dish I got.
Mike, would you be the type to send a dish back at a restaurant? Like it would have to take a lot, but I mean, I would, but yeah. Own those Fruit Loops, Mike.
Thank you, Danielle, for saying that you can say "excuse me." It's such an easy thing to do.
I guess it is. I just don't want to do it. All right. Well. All right. It has been
an
hour and 45. I think this is our longest live.
This is like the Barbie movie. I think it's reached this length. We don't want to go into Oppenheimer, so the length and time. So we need to make sure we're careful with that.
Yeah.
No, we had a great time.
Yeah, for sure.
I do like that we have like these things that are unstructured. We're just simply having fun and relaxing. Caleb's upstairs watching his Spidey and Friends, having a great Sunday. So we appreciate you all for joining us as well. So with that.
Yeah. So I think the next video coming out, hopefully it'll be like Tuesday or something. I think that usually works best for us. But yeah, it'll be a little bit more Lake Nona. But you'll get to see our jam-packed day where we did like a ton of stuff.
A lot of stuff. Fun. So I think I'm going to force Mike to do one vlog. It might be a long one, but I think y'all will like it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of fun stuff in that. So with that,
I think that's it.
Have a great night.
Yes. From our Magic Family viewers, enjoy.
Enjoy.
All right, let's figure out how to end this now.
I don't know how to end it.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.